So you go shoot with a billionaire or whatever, a guy with a nice car. Have you had anyone give you financial advice and help you? Have you got any mentors through this?
I see. I'm not like much of a mentor guy. It's funny because I was in finance, but like I hate the guru finance vibes.
Yeah.
Like I will never sell a course.
Yeah.
Like you won't catch me selling a course. I don't like the whole like TikTok like stock tip vibes kind of people. And there's a lot of those people in the car scene. They're like Bitcoin Miami boys. So like I try to stay away from like that kind of stuff. But I will say I've learned a lot of info from some of these people.
What's something you learned?
Everyone's in real estate. 95% of these people in cars, the first thing they tell me is real estate.
Really?
Every single time. They all in real estate. That's how they made all their money. Or they're in tech or they invest in the market. But real estate, number one. Like that's the biggest takeaway. And they all mostly own their own businesses. And because there's only so much money you can make working for someone else.
Yeah.
So there's like a cap on that. Like you could be like an engineer and make $200K a year, but you're not driving a hypercar unless you own your own company. So own your own company and do real estate.
Right.
Yeah.
What's something you've seen that just blew you away? Like maybe like a yacht or like a car or.
Man, I don't know. I saw the first ever Ferrari.
That's
Mr.
cool.
Beast did a video with it too, but I filmed that one. It was like it's worth like
when is that made?
It was I don't know, like 1950 or something like that.
Oh wow!
It's like it looks silly, but it's like 50 or 100 million dollars, and I was able to film that, which was crazy.
But that is cool because you see the genesis of what it is today.
Yeah,
through
exactly.
seeing that first prototype.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Like, I think I've seen a picture of it, and even then, you're like, "Wow, this is wild."
Yeah,
for even that time.
I mean, it looks really weird. It's like a bubbly car, and it looks awesome. Honestly, there's no windshield on it. So yeah, I mean, there's other stuff too. Like people just the amount of money. Like once you get up to a certain level of like billionaire status, the amount like the watches that they're wearing are like $3 million, $5 million, and like they have nothing better to do with their time other than like compete on being viral. So it's funny because you'll see a lot of billionaires that like. You can't buy clout. I mean, you can kind of buy clout or fame to a point, but there's levels to it where like they want that and
they want it, huh?
Oh,
because you would think if I had all that money, you'd never see me.
It depends. So I'd say most people are like that.
Yeah.
But then you get to some of the levels where they're so bored and they're so rich that they just want to be famous.
Yes, that's the last thing that they don't have.
Yeah, and that's something that like you can buy your way up to there to a point, but once you get up to a certain level, you have to also.
Are there people that reach out to you to do a video and you just say no? You don't have to give any names, but
yeah, I mean, there's some people like there's some guy that you could maybe guess who is kind of infamous on Twitter and also is maybe running an illegitimate illegal operation. And I wouldn't film with that guy.
Right.
There's some people like
they
that.
They call you, they reach out to you. Come see my Bugatti. Come see my Pagani.
Yeah. And the funniest thing is actually I'll get people that will reach out to me who have just like a Lamborghini Huracan. And I say just a Lamborghini Huracan. That sounds stupid, but like in LA and like in this scene, it's just a Lamborghini Huracan.
Yeah.
And they'll email me like, I have a great opportunity for you. And I'm like, yeah, let me hear it. Is this like a business email? And they're like, you fly out to North Carolina. You film my Lamborghini Huracan. I shout out my business. Great video for you. Great video for me. And I'm like, bro. I'm like, no, dude. It happens all the time. People think that they're like in their small towns because they have a Lamborghini. And I'm sure they're the shit in their small town. But like, but as far as what I film, and it sounds weird to people maybe listening that are like, it's a Lamborghini, but there's a million Lamborghinis out there.
Are you doing other things outside of this series? Do you feel a pressure? I feel an immense pressure to not make content, but then also like develop something else for the future.
Yeah. I mean, people ask me that all the time. That's the biggest question. They're like, what's next for you? And I'm like, damn, like, what? Yeah, I'm sure people ask you that all the time too. It's like, I mean, like I run a podcast occasionally as well with people. Just when I have a guest that I find interesting, or I am starting like a longer form YouTube series, it's going to be like more like budget behind it where I'm maybe like building cars. But I feel like I've done like a lot of the side businesses that a lot of people fall into where like merch, for example.
Yeah.
My audience does not want merch.
Right.
My audience is like 35-year-old men, and they don't want to buy like a Daniel Mac merch thing. I could make like a side business that doesn't have my name on it.
Yeah.
But that takes a lot of time. So like I feel like I've tried a couple of these options and it doesn't really work out. And I feel like for me at the moment, doing brand deals and making as much money as I can in this space is a good thing. But I do agree that maybe I should have more long-term play.
I think a finance podcast, those do really well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do. I just need to like stick to
talking with people that have made money.
The interview. Yeah.
And they do have a high CPM.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm starting right now, I just forgot about it, but I'm gonna sit down with people and they're not like doing crazy jobs that make them a lot of money. I want to sit down with people, find out what they do for a living that do like just interesting jobs. So like follow an EMT around for the day. Follow people like
Cool.
we have people like I'm talking to a guy that is like a professional hacker for the government.
Oh, great.
And he like hacks businesses. And we're talking to another guy that's a mortuary guy that's like he handles when people mishandle bodies. Like if like a body is transported and it's swapped with somebody else.
No way.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Like that kind of stuff is cool. So I'm gonna sit down and find out what people do for a living that do normal jobs.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's
that's
great.
an interesting job. Like, yeah, you're a professional pit boss and you sit down in Vegas and you have professional clients that come in and they're spending millions of dollars and you're like, just crazy stories. Stuff like that.
Kind of
yeah.
like dirty jobs.
Yeah.
Like
So,
with
yeah, we're
Mike
saying like
Rowe.
dirty jobs meets cribs meets, like all that kind
I
of
like
Yeah.
that, but I have to say, seeing the expensive things are what drew me to your videos.
Yeah, that's the bread and butter.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's like you're just something about it. I don't know what it is, but if I see you on a yacht, I'm like, I'm never gonna get on a yacht.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the yacht. I feel like a lot of people like it just because I feel like some of the financy, kind of what we're talking about earlier, like some of the financy people that do these videos are just fucking like lame as fuck when they do them, and they try to be like all dripped out and like Gucci, and they're like like lean too much into like the materialistic like version of like making money, and I just feel like it looks douchey as fuck. And I feel like
Yes.
I just am more like,
But you
this
don't
is
do
crazy.
it that way. I've never felt that way with your videos. You're not. You're just documenting.
Yeah, I just think I'm just like, this is fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
get me on a yacht. Fuck yeah, I want to party on a yacht.